Hi there, it's Jan Price again, and this is the second in the stress management video series. I lied on the first one. I said we were going to do guided imagery, but I actually am going to do 4 seated yoga poses today instead. This will probably take about 10 minutes. You are going to be able to shorten this as needed, so hopefully you can use it pretty easily at work, or if you're even in the waiting room at the doctor's office, or at your kitchen table. So I'm going to stand up and step back so you can see a little bit more of the poses for the entire body. And so give me a moment to get situated. Okay. We're going to start off with some neck stretches first, but just like we learned in the first series, let's do our diaphragmatic breathing first. So we're going to take a nice breath in. Take in 2 beautiful deep breaths to relax the body. All right, let's start with some neck stretches. So on the first breath, let's take a nice deep breath. Almost feel like there's a little string on the top of the crown of the head, pulling you up on the inhalation, and then exhale, release the chin to the chest. Let the shoulders hang down. Gravity is doing the work here. Oftentimes I will notice that clients are walking around, you can see how hunched their shoulders are. They're just in a constant state of tension. So we really want to let everything just relax here. The spine is nice and long. We're not rounding the back. Nice breath in. Take the head back up. And then take a nice breath here. We're going to do that one more time. This time we're going to move from side to side. So nice breath in, and then exhale as you release the chin to the chest. And then bring the chin over towards the left shoulder. And keep the gaze down towards the ground. Feel the stretch from the earlobe all the way down the neck into the shoulder. Nice breath in. As you breathe in, bring the chin through the chest and bring the chin over towards the right side. And then when you're ready, bring the chin on the inhalation back to center. Exhale as you release the chin back up. Take a nice integrated diaphragmatic breath here. And release. I had a client ask me once, what do I mean when I say an integrated breath? And I'm linking the pose and completing it, integrating it into the body with the breath. We're going to move into the shoulders now, so I'd like you to take a breath, and then as you're doing that, bring the left arm out with the thumb up towards the sky, fingers are out. Take the other hand and then gently bring that arm into the chest. Now often what I see clients do is that they'll start to bend that arm. It's possible that they're doing that because the shoulders are very tight. It's possible that it just feels a little bit awkward and uncomfortable to keep it straight. If you can, though, keep it straight because you're going to move into a deeper stretch. If you're really tight, bending it makes sense. But if you're just holding this and you're not noticing anything, it's because you're not really moving into the stretch with the elbow being straight. Nice breath here. And release. Nice breath. Okay, let's move to the other side. So we're going to take the right arm out now, straight out in front of you. Cradle that in. Keep the elbow straight if you can. When you're ready, let's release the hands down. Nice breath here. And then we're moving into a spinal twist. I'm going to show you two versions of the spinal twist. The first one is if you're sitting in a chair that has any kind of arm to it, or there's sort of a deep cushion. So what you need to make sure is that you're on towards the edge of your seat. The spine is nice and long. This is always critical in spinal twists because kind of being hunched over and moving into a twist is way too much pressure on the discs in between the vertebrae. So you could really, especially if you already have herniated discs, you could really damage yourself even more. So we don't want to do that. So what I'd like you to do is nice and tall with the spine. You're going to take the right hand and place it on the outside of the left leg. You're going to take the left hand and place it on the back of the chair. If you are in a chair that has a armrest, you're going to place your hand onto the armrest. You can place it onto the seat of the cushion behind you, anywhere that you're going to grab something so you have a little bit of traction to move into the twist. Nice breath in. Exhale as you press into both hands and start to move into your twist. I'm going to look over my back shoulder. If you've got neck issues and you're feeling uncomfortable, you can keep the neck neutral in the neutral position. I'm going to look over this back shoulder and breathe here. Nice breath in. And then on the exhalation, start to unfurl the spine. Come on back to center. Take an integrated breath here. I'm going to move to the other side now. So take the left hand on the outside of the right leg. Right hand behind you. Nice breath in. Exhale, moving into your spinal twist. One last breath. On the exhalation, start to unfurl. Come on back to center. Integrated breath here. All right. If you are in a chair that has no arms, like a kitchen chair, like the chair I'm in now, I'm going to show you another way to do it. Sometimes I like it because it actually feels like it get a little bit deeper into the twist. So you're going to turn your body so that the leg is right against the back of the chair. And you're going to take your hands, they're going to be on either sides of the back of the chair. So we're going to move into a nice breath first. So again, nice long spine. On the inhalation, exhale, press into both hands so you can move into that twist. And again, I'm looking over that back shoulder for me. You can bring your neck into the neutral position if you need to. Nice breath in. Exhale, come on back to center, and then switch over to the other side. We're going to get into the hand position first. Nice breath in, spine is nice and long. Exhale, moving into that twist. Big diaphragmatic breathing here. One last breath in, And then exhale as you start to unfurl. Let's come back to center. Integrated breath here. Our final pose is a hamstring stretch, and I need to adjust the video so you're going to be able to see my legs. I'm putting the video onto the ground, so please bear with me. All right, I'm changing the chair position, so you're going to be able to see my legs from the side. So again, you can see that I've sort of scooted to the edge of the chair. I'm going to push back. And we're going to start with the right leg. So what I'd like you to do is lift that right leg and then toes up towards the sky. So you've got that heel down, toes up, so foot is flexed. So again, adjust yourself, because if you're too far back, you're not going to be able to do this very easily. You really need to be on the edge of your chair. We're going to do two positions. The first one is we're going to rest the forearms onto the bent leg. But to start, we're going to take a nice breath like we always do. Feel the spine elongating, and then on the exhalation, you're bringing the forearms down onto the bent leg. If this is not really a stretch for you, hamstrings tend to be very, very tight, so a lot of people usually feel like this is the spot to stay. But if you're needing a little bit more, you're going to bring your hands all the way down to the ground, keeping a nice flat back. That's the real kicker here, that you want to make sure that the back is nice and flat. If you're going down here and you can't touch, you're kind of hanging, come back up here. Nice flat back. Let's take 2 more breaths. Next, we're going to take the hands, place them onto the bent leg, and then push up so we have good alignment in the back, and pull that right foot in. Integrated breath here. And let's move on. So we've got the left foot out, heel down, toes up. Nice breath in onto the forearms of the bent leg. Nice long back. Come on down to the ground if that works for you. Take 2 breaths here. When you're ready, hands onto that bent leg. Push the torso back up. Pull that leg in. I'm going to get on the floor. You're going to stay on your seat. So let's take a nice integrated breath now. Moving back so my top of my head isn't cut off. Nice deep breath here. And that's your 4 seated yoga stretches. So let's review. The first was just chin to chest. One shoulder, then the other shoulder. Head back up. Shoulder stretch. Keep the arm straight. Each side. Then we're moving into that spinal twist. You're either holding on the back of the chair with one hand, or you've got your side to the chair, so you can put both hands there. And then the last one is the hamstring stretch. So I hope that loosened up the body. It really could take anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes depending on how long you stay in the pose. It can really open things up, especially if you're going to be getting ready to do some meditation. That's a great way to open the body. Next week we're going to be doing guided imagery. I promise this time I'm telling the truth. So I'd love for you to practice both the diaphragmatic breathing and the seated yoga stretches at least once a day. It was great to be with you today. Namaste.